Hello, Boxing World. Welcome to Boxing Block Center. The last undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox, has attacked Eddie Hearn of Metro Boxing, the promoter of the current unified heavyweight ruler of the world, Anthony Joshua, in a very aggressive manner. For a lot of people, this was a straightforward, talk from Lennox. But I think this was very aggressive. Lennox saying that Wilder wants the fight more than Joshua is not true, in my opinion. And I think Lennox, we all know that he doesn't really like Joshua. So he pretends to like him, but he doesn't. That is very true, and there's evidence for me to say that. Lennox has been a huge fan of Wilder right from day one. There's still a video on YouTube right now where Lennox was teaching Deontay Wilder how to throw a proper jab. And up to today, Deontay Wilder still can't throw a proper jab. He throws a jab like a drunk octopus. And his jab is very clumsy, mixed with his windmilling style. Listen, people can come to this channel and insult me and do stuff and say, hey, I hate that. I hate you chastising Wilder and all the stuff you say. Listen, I'm not chastising Wilder. I am more of a Wilder fan than you are. But I'm not stupid. There's a difference between you and I. I'm not blind. Okay? I'm not an American. I'm not British. You understand? So I'm just a neutral guy, a Nigerian, giving his own opinion according to what I see that is going on right now. And the person that doesn't want to fight is Deontay Wilder. Okay, Deontay Wilder, we all know he has this sweet mouth, that he uses every time he needs something. We all know that Wilder can deceive the snake that deceived Eve in the Bible with his big mouth, So, but nevertheless, Wilder is still a good fighter. I cannot knock on the guys also. But when you get a 15 million guarantee, paycheck, and then you get a contract to sign, and after you yourself agreed to take that money, and a contract was sent to you and you didn't sign it. You saw the contract and laughed at it like, I was just joking. It becomes a joke for me. It now seems to me that, hey, you don't really want to fight. You just want to be a profile. We all know that ever since Deontay Wilder has been calling out AJ, chastising his name all over, plastering his name in all the bad books everywhere, Deontay Wilder has been gaining a lot of followers on Instagram ever since he started, blaspheming AJ's name. He's been a lot of followers on Instagram. He's been getting a lot of attention, getting interviewed with top stars through Joshua's name. Let's not beat around the bush. We all know what's really going on, okay? And Lennox, as a legend, should be the one giving praises to Anthony Joshua for being able to, to revolutionize British boxing alone. Joshua alone has made the British boxing atmosphere incredible. Yeah, there's no other fighter there right now. It's Joshua. Okay? People want to fight in the UK now because of Joshua. Back in the day, I remember American fighters used to be afraid to travel, to fight, other locations. Apart from Muhammad Ali, okay, Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, those were real African warriors. I call them African warriors because at that time, Muhammad Ali still knew where he came from, and also represented. This is the reason why when he went to the Congo, he was embraced as the son of the soil. But Mayweather, on the other hand, he is nothing but a lost, individual, in my opinion, regarding what he said about, Africa, the continent. So Mayweather is a good father, a legend for me, but guy's shit as a person. That's my opinion. No matter how rich he is, I don't give a fuck about that. I have my money as well, you know what I mean? So you don't feed me. You know what I mean? So I feed myself, I pay my bills myself, so you cannot tell me to like you. I like Mayweather as a fighter, he's a legend, but as a person, no. He's a bad example to the youths. Now let's continue. So Lennox Lewis should be happy that Joshua is taking the stance against Wilder. You know what I mean? Because Joshua winning the gold medal, at the Olympics, turning professional, you know what I mean? Turning professional, becoming the British, heavyweight champ, Commonwealth heavyweight champ, proceeded to world title championship, and then beating Charles Martin, working his way up to Klitschko, beating Carlos Takam, beating Joseph Parker, and now about to fight Alexander Povetkin. Lennox Lewis should be giving him a huge credit, but he isn't, because he does not like Joshua. He's an hypocrite and very one-sided when it comes to Joshua. When it comes to Fury, he talks so nice about Fury. I've been studying Lennox Lewis for a long time, not now. I'm not saying this because of what he just said now, but I'm saying this because of my study. When Joshua won when Joshua won gold at the Olympics, Lennox Lewis did not give Joshua praises. He just went up to the guy and said, "Congratulations." The guy has been, jealous or envious of Anthony Joshua on the inside. We all know that. We, the real boxing fans, know that. And I've been doing my studies for a long time, so I know what I'm talking about. I'm not here just lying, I'm just saying the true facts, okay? Lennox Lewis is one of my all-time great. I like him. His fights was amazing. But I'm just saying, how do you expect a guy who's a world star, not American star, a world-known star? Because if you go to China, they know who Joshua is. If you go to India, they know who Joshua is. If you go to Nigeria, go to a lot of African countries, they know who he is. Go to Dubai, Middle East, they know who he is. Go to Mexico, they know who he is. So I'm just saying this, that listen, he's a world star. Deontay is an American star, and America cannot beat the world. You get that? So I'm just saying the truth. The world is much more stronger than America. This is not about America or Britain or world or whatever. It's just about Lennox Lewis trying to discredit Anthony Joshua's, achievement, which is, in my opinion, very, wrong, coming from a champion. You had all those things from Wilder. Why didn't you, call Eddie Hearn on the phone, have a meeting with him, talk to him about the fight, or call Anthony Joshua, have a meeting with him, talk to him face to face, man to man, say, okay, Wilder told me this. Is this true? Do you really? I mean, if he really wants a fight, you would know by then. His body language will definitely tell you that, well, this guy wants the fight or this guy doesn't want the fight. But right now, Deontay still has all 50 million offer on the table right now, and the contract is there, signed and sealed by Team Joshua. So why don't Deontay Wilder just sign the contract? And then let's get the fight made. But Deontay Wilder doesn't want to sign it because he wants more money. And this guy is like coming from 2 million paycheck going to 30 million paycheck. That's what he wants. And he's not going to get it with Joshua. Joshua isn't going to do all the hard work, and then just give Deontay Wilder an undisputed, world championship, match or fight, as a free meal. No, Deontay Wilder has got to work for it. Joshua is willing to give Deontay Wilder, 15 million so that Wilder can realize, okay, let's make the fight happen. But Deontay Wilder is so protective of that WC belt. He does not want to lose it because he knows if he loses that belt, his career will be over. With Joshua can lose a belt or lose belts and still come back and still be a big name and still sell out stadiums because people go there to watch Joshua's fight, not because he's a champion, but because he delivers. It gives us entertainment. He's a good boxer. His technique is improving. His knockouts are impressive. So that's it. And they like the guy's, character as well. He's not a loudmouth idiot who just talk anyhow. He does his talking in the ring. He's a lion moving in silence. And that's what Lennox Lewis, the legend, don't understand. So that's my opinion. I might be wrong, I might be right, but what I'm just saying, I think it is enough for all you guys to know who's really talking who. The evidence are all there. The contract is still available. Wilder should sign it. And we get this fight made. That's it for now, guys. Like the video, share, comment below, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Cheers, everyone.